Bowl festivities, you know, they're all about having fun, and it's certainly fun when you got Jimmy Kimmel's name attached to it. And that cover picture right there, chewing on a towel. How many towels do you think he went through?
Well, he had one every single game.
Fresno, it's not that I'm not giving him these putts. I just want to see how he handles pressure and adversity.
We're doing all right.
Who are some of the guys to look out for? I'm looking up and down the roster. I was like, he's good. He's good. We know he's going to come back good.
Oh, boy. I don't want to be a spoiler, man.
What's your favorite part of your game? Is it driving? Is it putting?
I'd say that before.
What is that like in Canada? Do you feel that? Do you feel the media attention?
It's the same matchup, just like it was predicted at the beginning of the season, Bulldogs and Broncos. They just had the look of a team that feels like if they were able to get in, they think that they could go on a run. What do you see with this 49er team?
Destin, I don't think a lot of the Red Wave knew who you were going into the Basketball Classic. What was worried for you?
You are halfway now to unification. Regis Prograis, Josh Taylor, the other two that hold the belts. You went out of your way to get this fight with Hooker, and you also slept on the lead after round 2. I mean, walk us through the emotions of kind of going into the final round when you know that the field is chasing you. We just have like a fundraising goal that we fill in the red as we get closer. He played in just 31 games. Kawhi missed the whole season. So is it just a case of getting these guys healthy and then they'll have a chance next year? Playing in the New Mexico Bowl, December 18th. Someone is going to be QB1 for this team. Who is that going to be, Cam, in your eyes? Everyone seems to talk about this switch that you guys flip in the third quarter. Without revealing too much, what is going on at halftime that leads to the success that we're seeing?
I would say that if fans are thinking there's some Newt Rockne magic at halftime, they're barking up the wrong tree.
No! How's that a foul? Because he's a beast.
There are coaches who make sure their feelings are heard, and then there's first-year soccer coach Ramon Martin Del Campo.
Get in the weight room.
Who has taken it to another level at Fresno Christian.
Boys, you got to tell them I'm the loudest one here right now.
After an Eagles goal,
Vamos!
there are few more passionate.
What a tackle!
And after a miss, he's learned how to make it a coachable moment.
Trent! Next one, boy, next one. Doing this helps me learn another side of the game, which is like a tactical side. It's sort of like the side that my boss is in, and I get to understand his roles a little better. I see the pressure he goes through. Obviously, it's another level there.
Ramon's day job is playing center defensive back for Fresno FC. His boss, Adam Smith.
I understand that, you know, we're not paying these guys NFL wages or NBA wages or Major League Baseball wages, so they have to try and make ends meet.
His priority is to the Foxes, but logistically, the schedule for Fresno Christian lines up perfectly with the offseason for Fresno FC.
A lot of guys do leave town. A lot of guys go back with their parents or with their wives, girlfriends. It's like a vacation for them.
Ramon stayed in town and has already left a mark in North Fresno.
Oh, well, the quality of the game can't be the way we want it. We can't accept the conditions. Look at the field. It's like that. But no one takes away from your effort.
This past season, the Eagles soccer team won their first league title in 2 decades. And his time as a coach should help him better relate to his coach this season.
He enjoys it, and he always responds back, now you see what I go through, now you see what I go through.
They may be a little bit more understanding when I'm shouting at them from the sidelines.
For Good Sports, Stephen Hicks.
1, 2, 3. Good stuff, boys.
For Clovis West senior Elizabeth Funk, both the physics and physical ability are on display when she pole vaults.
It's just a super fun sport, and I think that it's really cool, and not a lot of people know about it, so it's fun to show people like what it is, and they're like, whoa, that's so cool.
Funk started pole vaulting her freshman year and quickly found a talent.
I broke the freshman record by 1.5 feet, so I kind of was like, okay, maybe I could do this.
After breaking the record, she had a talk with her coach Chuck Anderson about ramping up her training.
I would have to hold her back. You can't work out on Saturdays, you can't work out on Sundays, because she would want to train every day.
Since then, Funk has continued to shatter the record books. She currently holds the freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior records at Clovis West. Earlier this year, she broke the section record with a jump of 13 feet 9 inches.
For pole vault, you have to have a really strong mindset and really strong mental strength.
That mental armor was put to the test at last year's state championship. In her qualifying jump, her pole snapped in 2.
I was super shocked when it happened. Honestly, I never thought like it would happen, especially on that pole. I got up and I tried again. I was really upset, obviously, that I didn't make it to the second day, but God had a purpose purpose for that for me, so I think this year it made me work a lot harder.
That hard work has Funk ranked #1 in the state and 4th best in the country. Next year, she's heading to San Diego State, one of the top track and field programs in the U.S.
Yeah, I think she has a lot of ability. I really do. She hasn't even begun to reach her ceiling.
While she'd love to compete after college, with one high school meet left, she's focused on going out on top.
It would mean so much. I feel like if I just go out there and relax and enjoy it, it's my last meet of high school, and I just need to go out there and do what I know how to do and just enjoy it.
For Good Sports, Stephen Hicks, ABC 30 Action News.
In Fresno, okay? And Fresno was crazy. They were crazy.
All the highlight moves and dunks that we would show on the sports highlights every night, Jordan was doing those, in the exhibition games in Fresno, not the NBA Finals.
How was it that the most famous man on the planet came to Fresno every year for more than a decade?
He would come out right after they win the championship, and people would say, he's not coming out there. He's in Phoenix, right? 2-3 days later, he was in Fresno.
It started with success on the court. The Bulldogs winning 102 games in a 4-year stretch, making 3 trips to the NCAA tournament and winning the NIT.
All of us coming from Chicago, and we won a lot of games. So we figured, what's the next step?
Rod Higgins, drafted by the Bulls in '82, and 2 years later, close friends with a 6'6" guard from North Carolina.
It was about the relationship. Our friendship was tight, and he said, "Okay, if you're doing something, I'm going to come out and support you."
So we told Rod next year we were going to do our own camp, and Rod said, "You know what? I'm going to do my camp with you guys." And Michael was coming. I said, "What?" And it was on ever since then.
The camp was run by 3 former Bulldogs, Tyron Bradley, Bobby Anderson, and Rod Higgins.
It was almost like a family reunion. We do the stuff all week, and then we would have a end of the week barbecue.
The week's festivities had a similar pattern. First, a kids camp, then a game featuring Michael Jordan called the Rod Higgins Classic.
He was Mike then. When he became Michael Jordan, he had his own plane.
The game was first held at Clovis West High School.
We walk in the gym and it's jam-packed. And I'm looking at Rod and I'm going, what about all those people in the line out there? Okay, it was standing room only already. They couldn't get in.
To accommodate the crowds, the game was moved to Selland Arena. To make sure he put on a show, Bradley would throw down the gauntlet.
You better hope you're on my team tonight, because if you ain't on my team, I'm going to work you. I'm just talking trash to him. Rod used to come, keep on. Why you messing with Mike like that? You ain't got to guard him. I said, I know. That ain't my problem. I said, but check this out, Higgins. Mike gonna go out there and give somebody 60.
Year after year, he did just that.
So excited for my dad. He scored a decent amount, but Mike had 70 points. My dad had 30, 40.
Did it several times. And you go, you just played 3 rounds of golf.
And then we'll go to dinner, and then we stay. I don't know if the guy ever slept.
As much as fans will remember those games, the lasting imprint on the Valley seen in those kids' camps.
Man, that was the best camp ever. Why'd y'all stop doing it? I said, Father Time. Father Time.
What started out in one gym tripled in size, bringing in more than 900 students. The camps helping inspire the next generation to carry on the legacy.
You look at Quincy Pondexter, what he has done with his camp.
That was always a goal of mine. As soon as I made it, it wasn't to, leave the city or get out of the city. It was to, help make a great experience basketball-wise for the community here.
All these years later, the same holds true for that trio of dogs who started the camp in their 20s and closed up shop in their 40s.
If there's anything we got out of this, is we helped a lot of people.
Just solidifying ourselves as, not just as, former Fresno State athletes, but, we're good for the community as well.